So we're hitting 5 a.m. Thursday morning. How you feeling at this point, Tuggy?
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Yeah?
Talking with my friend Dylan, stirring up conversation, so it's keeping me agile. Right now, I feel like it's more my muscles rather than my mind that's falling out, but everything's fucking cruising.
Um, do you see any lag point in the future where you're going to start to kind of deteriorate a little bit?
Yeah, not at this point, but I think it's weird because I'm getting kind of hungry again, and it's like fucking weird. It's just weird eating, like constantly.
Yeah. Are you kind of looking forward to the morning as like a second wind?
I don't know. Dude, like hanging out at night is fun. Like when you wake up in the morning and like it's just nasty.
That groggy feeling.
You see the sunrise and you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, it's terrible. I'm kind of scared about that. That'll like bring me down.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it's nice that we don't have a lot of sunlight now.
Yeah, it's daylight saving.
Yeah.
Well, the thing everybody probably kind of looks for, we look to is, caffeine.
Yeah.
And what they've really recommended is that you try to stay away from caffeine. It may be good for a short term once you've already kind of gotten through, but they recommend more, certainly juice and more of the complex carbohydrates, the things that are going to give you energy for longer versus trying to get a quick kind of
like
fix.
Continually drinking coffee or something would be
Yeah.
probably negative.
That would be negative because eventually you're just not going to be able to keep up with that.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, they recommend eating healthy. So
Okay.
not a lot of fast food.
Would be probably pretty bad.
Could not be very good. Yeah. And then as far as diet, the recommendation is that you try to increase your protein intake because that will help. And
Is this all before too, protein as well?
yeah, immediately before,
Okay.
and try not to. They recommend you try to avoid complex carbohydrates or non-complex carbohydrates. So eating sweets and things that probably aren't very good for us.
Oh,
anyway.
could kind of like
So-
increase the crash or something? Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, we're approaching hour 19
Oh god, dance.
in the struggle. How's your body feeling at this point?
I keep going back and forth, hitting malls, but so far it's all right.
Yeah, I think you said earlier you were starting to feel a little bit tired.
Yeah, feeling a little bit tired now. Feeling like I really thinking about I always think I can go back. Just like I'll be sleeping in a little bit, but not even fucking close.
And are there any precautions you're taking to try to combat that?
At this point, I'm kind of getting lazy, but I really should keep eating, like drinking water, keep eating some fruit once in a while, maybe vegetables, keep my vitamins up. Nothing really heavy for foods at this point.
Anything to try to keep your heart rate up?
Yeah, I should do some more stretches, but pretty lazy. But I will get with that soon enough.
At this point, at 5:45 in the morning, it seems that your last friend is about to go to sleep. You will finally be kind of on your own at this point.
This will be the first time on my own, yeah. Which I think it will be a bad thing, but also I'm gonna pay more attention. Hopefully, like as nerdy as it may sound, I'll be sucked into the game more. So I'll be paying attention and hopefully getting immersed, which will keep me awake in a sense, rather than just aimlessly playing.
Do you have any concerns about being the only one awake?
Yeah, definitely. It's nice to have, because like I obviously can't fall asleep with someone watching me, and that puts me pressure to stay awake. But when no one's watching, it's kind of all on me. So that's a hard thing.
So right now it's 7 a.m. It's about 7 a.m. and I'm the only one awake at this point. As you can see, my friend who was helping me is sleeping, which I don't blame him. I wish I was sleeping right now. And if you can see outside, it's slightly bright, and the sun just started coming out. So yeah, making it past the first night. What is it? 19 hours, 20 hours, something like that. So 20 hours now, and 4 more to go to beat the first day. Great.
Actually, what they've recommended is not trying to eat 3 big meals, but eating smaller, so maybe 6 small meals
Oh, okay.
during the process or during your
My
marathon
bad.
there. Yes, and there are certain foods that actually release something, a hormone called tyramine, it's actually a neurotransmitter, and that's an essential amino acid. So they recommended foods such as, or they recommend staying away from foods such as chocolate, cheese, sausage, bacon, ham, and tomatoes, actually. So
Oh, really? Tomatoes too?
Yeah,
Wow.
those are foods that you should probably stay away from if you're trying to to stay
Actually
away.
make it.
Yeah, yeah. So, and that's it.
So, what's your opinion on playing video games for a long period?
Well, first of all, I don't play video game, but I don't think it's a good idea.
What would inspire you or influence you to do a video game marathon? What would be the reasons?
It'd have to be a video game that really enticed me. If anything, it'd be probably a sports video game. But also maybe I'd do that if there was a good cause behind it or something like that.
Like a charity or something?
Yeah, something that motivated me to do that, you know. Because
Alright.
even though I don't play video games that much, if there was something, you know, behind it, I'd definitely try to get down on it.
So say your significant other had a mission to play for say like over 50 hours, what would be your reaction? And then she just came up to you and asked.
I would ask to join.
Okay.
I would just wonder about like eating, drinking, going to the bathroom.
Yeah, if it was like a one-time thing, I would just worry about their health.
Okay. Do you play video games at all?
No.
You don't. Would you think it'd be cool if a guy played for like say 60 hours in one time?
No.
You would think it's bad.
Yes.
Not impressive at all.
No.
So if you met a guy who played video games for like 40 hours straight, what would be like? Would you be attracted?
No, not in any way.
Impressed?
No.
What if it was like 100 hours? What would you say?
I probably wouldn't even talk to him.
You wouldn't talk to him?
No.
I think there might be an inverse relationship.
That's all we need to be. Right now, I feel like very strange. And what is it? Not even 24 hours. About 21 hours. It's about almost 8 o'clock. And I really just want to go to sleep. It sucks. My muscles. I feel like I just ran a marathon. It hasn't been 24 hours yet, but I seriously feel like sleeping wicked bad. I'm still playing, but I really want to sleep. I think once you can. I don't know how those people did it. Like, to do 50 hours is just, I didn't think 60 hours would be this hard.
What's the world record right now?
First, it's different for every game, but for one game, I heard it was over 100 hours.
In a row?
I was like, that's not real.
So it's about midday
Oh man.
on Thursday, so 25 hours.
25 hours. I feel pretty good, actually, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Wish I could say the same.
But I feel like I just got a shitty night's sleep. So that's pretty interesting. I might use that someday.
For what?
I don't know.
What could possibly be the practical application of that?
I don't know, but I mean, I feel better than I would if I drank. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I can vouch for that personally.
Yeah. But I felt I was gonna quit. I was so close to quitting.
The nights
4 hours ago.
are the worst.
What they've recommended actually is that you make sure you're in a very well lit room, and that will help you stay awake as well. But I think, unfortunately, probably the sleep beforehand, it certainly causes a great strain on your eyes, and there's not a whole lot, you can do about that. Yeah.
It's kind of like
But,
it's just gonna happen.
It may, and so probably staying away from anything. I wouldn't do a lot of reading, a couple days before, just like you wouldn't do a lot of. Try
I
to
never even
stay
think
awake.
about that.
Yeah, and try to rest your eyes before, and then certainly afterward. Most studies have suggested that you can recover afterward very quickly. So it may take, you may need to sleep for 10 hours afterward or 12 hours afterward, but you should be able to recover very quickly.
Oh, great.
afterward.
All
So-
right, cool. So, right now it is about 2 o'clock. So this is 15 hours into my marathon, and after a really rough late night / morning, I finally came over that, and actually I feel pretty refreshed. I took a walk outside on one of my breaks, and then I also took a shower. My hair's kind of wet, and I feel really refreshed. Actually, I feel better than I did like earlier in the night, like at 10 o'clock last night. So it's pretty sweet.
No, he'll get past the full bit. When he gets to the 30-hour point, done.
When are you
doing 35.
December 8th.
Done.
We can sell 5 hours.
I'm holding damning evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that?
Do you think I'll make it? Past 60 hours?
Make it for how many hours?
Past 60?
Past 60 hours. Are you allowed to nod off at all?
No sleeping.
No sleeping?
You get breaks. You get breaks.
You can take in. I think you can probably do it.
What do you think will be my breaking point? How many hours? Like, where do you think I'll be able to?
I'm hoping you hit your 60.
60?
Yeah.
That's good.
60 hours straight? No bathroom breaks?
No bathroom.
You could probably do it. You're tight.
Is he gonna finish, you think?
Most likely.
Are you gonna do anything to help him prepare?
Yeah. I'm gonna, I got nothing. I'm not even sure what I would do.
Say if you met someone and they broke the world record for the longest amount of time playing video games, what would be the first thing you think of?
You need to get a life.
If I broke a record for the longest amount of time playing video games, would you guys think I'm cooler?
I'd be like impressive, but
Yeah,
I
I'd
wouldn't
be
sit there
like-
with you for 10 hours.
I feel like it's pretty cool that you did it, but I would never physically be there for 10 hours to watch it happen.
Yeah.
But you think it'd be cool?
It'd be cool.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thanks a lot, guys.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
They should get other interests. You need to get some exercise. Get out and run around.
I guess I would have to say that probably it's kind of a silly thing to do, but it's not really harmful for you. And good luck. Yeah, I know.
Awesome, yeah.
I think if it's something that you're really important to you, then go for it.
Great.
I
Failed my marathon.
Yeah,
I'm pretty embarrassed by it. I'm scared to tell people. I feel like I lived it up a lot, and I had to prepare for it a lot. And I actually only got, after my last little interview, I thought I was going to do great, and then I passed out around 4:30, and that is about 30 hours. So I got halfway through, so 50%. It's not. It is an F, but it's not. It is failing too, but it's not a 0. So after I crashed by accidentally. The problem was I took a short. I was gonna take a short 30-minute nap, and it turned out to be a 4-hour nap. And I just couldn't do it. Pretty sad. It would be nice to come home saying I did this many hours, but at least I get to go out this weekend, I guess. Ended on that note.